Hi, I'm Alex from the Vancouver Diggity. I'm just started with this whole report on the Vancouver Riot. It's a huge, crazy event. Everybody's heard about it on the news by now. Vancouver lost 4-0 to Boston Bruins just last night, and I was in Vancouver downtown, and there was about 100,000 people at the Robson Square event and everything like that, where the big screens were set up. When the game ended, as soon as the final whistle was blown, people started rioting, and right away they started going for the walls where all the porta potties were set up and tipping them over, piling them up on each other, lighting them on fire. Doing the same thing with cars, and I've got some footage here. There's some people, they flipped over a car in the middle of the street, and there's a huge crowd around it, and they're throwing mailboxes on it, jumping on it, people are taking pictures. Shortly after, there was a bunch of tear gas let out. This is the first time the police in Vancouver and in Canada, in this area, have had to use tear gas since the Stanley Cup Riot in 1994, and that's a long time. Vancouver hospital workers, I give my props out to all of them because they've been working all night. Like, they've had no breaks. Nearly 150 people have been hospitalized last night because of the riot. Most of those injuries were from tear gas, but there were some people in there with lacerations, cuts, stab wounds all over the place. From people getting in fights. One man was put in near critical condition, so he almost died. This is really just like a terrible thing, and all I can hear about from anybody everywhere I go is how bad they feel and how this is not how Vancouver people should be acting, and fans shouldn't be acting like this, and it's just an embarrassment and a stain on the city. Some of the fans were seen taking teddy bears and dressing them up in little Boston uniforms and everything and lighting the bears on fire. Just doing wild, crazy things to get the whole crowd pumped up. Fuck Boston was the big chant all over Vancouver last night. You couldn't go anywhere without hearing everybody chanting fuck Boston, unless they were getting tear gassed or the police were in a standoff with them, which there's been footage of that all over the news as well. None of this has stopped Boston from celebrating either, guys. The riot has done nothing but look bad on Vancouver. because when the Boston Bruins got home, Zdeno Chara was the last man to walk off the plane, and he held the Stanley Cup above his head, and everyone in Boston was there to greet them and celebrate their victory. So I'm really ashamed of Vancouver for this whole event, and I'd love to hear what everybody else thinks about this. I'm sure there's some pretty strong opinions out there, especially on a topic. And before I go, I just want to say thank you to everybody that contributed to helping clean up the city. As Vancouver people, we're responsible for this, and we got to take it up on ourselves to clean it up, even if we individually weren't part of this whole situation and we weren't responsible for it. So thank you to everybody that pitched in, and thank you to all the city workers. The police did a great job. They had a huge burden on their hands too, that they had to deal with this. I don't think that they should be getting any negative image for having to bust out the tear gas or anything. I was there, and it was absolutely insane, and it was really deserving of everything that happened.